So in this video, we're going to be looking at direct object pronouns. What is a direct object pronoun? A direct object pronoun is that which answers the verb. Basically, if I have the sentence, I adopt a dog, if I ask the verb, what do you adopt? The direct object is a dog. If I ask the verb whom, we have the sentence, I take you to the party. Whom do you take to the party? You. So you is the direct object. In English, we have a similar way of doing this. We change it or them in the plural. So we would say, I adopt it. In Spanish, we say, yo lo adopto. When it's the whom, it's not the same in English. We just keep the you, but in Spanish, we do change it. So don't concentrate on this. Let's just see how to do the exercise. So when you're answering a question, the first thing you have to do is figure out who is answering the question. Then you have to put the direct object pronoun in front of the verb, and then you have to make sure the verb conjugates with whoever's answering the question, and then you're done. It's not hard. Just to start off with, to get this right, you have to know who is answering the question. So if, for example, someone is saying, am I invited to the party? Your answer is going to be yes, you are invited to the party. If I ask, are you invited to the party? The answer is going to be, yes, I am invited to the party. Let's go down here. So if you say, are you guys invited to the party? I will say, yes, we are invited to the party. And if I say, are we invited to the party? You'd say, yes, you guys are invited to the party. So whenever me or you, even in plural or in singular, are involved, we're going to change it around. But when it's the third person, when we're talking about something or someone else, we just keep it the same. And these are the best ones because it all just stays the same. ¿Paula está invitada? Sí, Paula está invitada. ¿Ellas están invitadas? Sí, ellas están invitadas. These are the easier ones. Also, look out for these. If both the person asking and the person answering are involved, tú y yo estamos invitadas, or you and me invited, then you have to make sure we answer yes, we are invited. If I say, usted está invitado, are you invited? That's you formal. You have to answer, yes, I am invited. Are you guys formal invited? Yes, we are invited. Make sure you always answer this the correct way. It's really important to get it right. Then, the correct DOP. So, direct object pronouns. This isn't hard. You just have to realize you will have something underlined, such as las flores, the flowers. So if las flores is underlined, then you're going to have to figure out if it's masculine, feminine, singular, or plural. In this case, las flores is feminine and plural. So the direct object will be feminine and plural, so las. If it was la flor, it would be singular and plural, so la. If it was el papel, it would be singular and masculine, so lo. And los papeles would be singular and plural, so los. You just need to figure that out and learn these four. The only time this changes if your question gives you me, te, nos, or os underline. This is the answer to whom. So if you have these four in any of your questions and they're underlined, you're just going to have to change it for te, me, os, or nos. Okay? As long as you change it, you will have the right answer. So just make sure you make that change if it's any of these. If it's anything else, you're going to be answering with lo, la, los, and las. And finally, you have to just make sure you conjugate the verb correctly. So how should we do this right? First things first. Yo tengo una buena nota en el examen. So you would answer, so they're asking, do I have a good result in the mark? So first things first, who's answering? If I'm asking, do I have a good result? You will answer, yes, you have a good result. So you, which in Spanish is tú. Then we have, what's the direct object? So we have una buena nota. That's singular and feminine. So singular and feminine is la. And then finally, what's the right conjugation? So the verb is tener. It's yo tengo in the question, so it's tú tienes in the answer. You have to make sure the conjugation of your verb matches up to the subject. So then we just add them all together. Tú la tienes. and that's your answer. So just a few things to consider is when your sentence has two verbs, one conjugated and one infinitive or gerundio. Just a reminder, infinitive are AR, ER, or IR verbs, and gerundio are those verbs that finish in NDO. If you see any of these verbs, it's logical that there will be a conjugated verb right before it, such as estoy cantando, voy a bailar, o quiero salir. If your sentence has any of these, you have to make sure you always bring them down to your answer. Okay, you must do both of them. You must conjugate the first one in the right way, and the second one will stay the same. The DOP will never separate the two verbs. You will put them in front. I recommend that you always put it in front. You can always put it at the back too, but it's better to always follow the same structure. So make sure you put the DOP in front. We'll do a few examples and you will see. Also remember, if the answer is no, because up to now we've only done yes answers, you have to repeat the no right before the DOP. Again, we'll do the example so you guys can see. Tú compras frutas en el mercado. Step 1, who's answering? So let's do step 1, 2. First, ¿tú compras frutas en el mercado? So do you buy fruit in the market? Yes, I, so yo. 2 is the DOP. So if frutas is our direct object, that's feminine and plural, so it will be las. And finally, the verb is comprar. So what's the right form of comprar for yo? It's compro. So the answer is sí, yo las compro. If the answer started with no, then you just have to make sure you say yo no las compro. You just fit in an extra no before the DOP and you're good to go. The next one. Él hace muchos deberes. Muchos deberes is the direct object. You're talking about a third person. So when you're talking about a third person, does he do a lot of homework? You just answer in the same person. So yes, he does a lot of homework. So él is who's answering the question. 2, the direct object pronoun, muchos deberes, is plural and masculine. So los. And 3, the verb will stay the same because it's a third person. So hace. So that's the answer. Sí, él los hace. Or if it was no, no, él no los hace. Ellos están cantando una canción de Navidad. Our DO is una canción de Navidad. This is a third person plural. So are they singing a Christmas song? And you answer sí. Ellos, first step. Una canción de Navidad is feminine. You can see because it's una. Canción, singular. Feminine singular is la. And then here we see that we have an NDO. So it's 2 verbs, 1 and 2. We have to make sure we bring both of them down. So we have to say ellos, it stays the same because it's the third person. La están cantando. And that's our answer. If it was no, it would simply be no, ellos no la están cantando. Tú y yo comemos pasta para cenar. Do you and me pasta for dinner? Pasta is the direct object. So the answer when they're asking about you and me is yes, we, right? Yes or sí. Nosotros, step 1. Then pasta is singular and feminine, la pasta, la, and then the right form of the verb, which is already in nosotros, so comemos. Sí, nosotros la comemos. Or if it was no, no, nosotros no la comemos. Ustedes ponen el árbol de Navidad. El árbol de Navidad is our direct object. I'm asking ustedes, you guys. So if I'm asking to you guys put the Christmas tree, I would have to answer sí, we do. So nosotros, the direct object pronoun, el árbol, singular and masculine, lo, and then the right form of poner, which is not ponen, that's ustedes, so it would be ponemos. And then if it was no, no, nosotros no lo ponemos. Me estás llevando a la fiesta. Me is the direct object here. And remember what we did. We're still doing the same thing. Are you taking me to the party? So I would say yes. And I have to answer I. So yo. And then what's the direct object? Well, whenever it says me and me is underlined, we're just going to change it to te. And then here we have a double verb because we have an NDO. So we have to make sure we bring them both down. In this case, we did change the subject. This would be tú me estás llevando a la fiesta. So when it changes to no, I have to say to yo, we have to say sí, yo te estoy llevando a la fiesta. Or no, yo no te estoy llevando. Ellos quieren enseñaros cómo planchar. So in this case, the direct object is stuck here, but it's the same thing. It's os, so it will turn into nos. It's a third person, so we're just going to keep it the same. So sí, ellos, os turns into nos. And then we again have AR verb, so it's a double verb, quieren enseñar, so we have to make sure we bring them both down. Ellos nos quieren, it stays the same because it's the third person, enseñar, cómo planchar. Or no, ellos no nos quieren enseñar. Okay? And that's that.